Hello guys, welcome to my bite-sized tutorials. I'm Paul Elias, I'm the co-founder of Madak 3.0, and I decided to create some small tutorials for everyone who's in the sector of AEC, especially people who create some stunning visualizations and they want to know more about how you can use some of the features within Unreal. And and today's lesson, I'm actually want to explore this really cool feature where you can actually do 16, even 32K resolution pictures. And surprisingly, it's not as difficult as it can be because Unreal 25 has introduced this feature where what you can literally do is um, select any email. I mean, select any camera, set it to render, and basically create this stunning, very high fidelity resolution visualizations. And what's so interesting about it is that some people have already been showing off with some 32K resolution pictures, but there's not much tutorial out there to actually show you how you guys did it, how to do this, of course. So I just decided to create like my little own little series about it. So in today's lesson, I'm gonna do is basically explore how you can actually do one. So it's very simple, but make sure you have to do a few steps before you render it. And so what we need to do is to open movie render queue and select. In this instant, I have my own little sequence, and go to settings. And here, what you want to do is add some features just to maximize your quality of your render. And of course, you need to let's also take game overrides as well in case I want to make a little bit of improvements. Yeah, so at the moment what you see it's gonna be rendering in JPEG. Of course, you can change the other format just the way you want it to. But in this case, what I want to do is to show you what you have to do in order for you to render the highest resolution. And of course, at the moment, as you can see on the output, it's almost set on 1920 1080 resolution. But what if you want to do a 16K resolution? So, but of course, for this to see what the resolution we want to aim for is to see what's the numbers we need to put into our X value as well as Y value. It's just to say that we can be able to render the 16K. Also, we don't want to render an entire thing. We just want to render some specific frames. So I don't know. In my case, would be from 14th to 15th frame, just to be sure. Yeah, it catches most of the quality while it's rendering. And of course, at the moment, it's not gonna render because there's no way you can render 16K. So you need to, because the limit is I think 8K in Unreal. So you can break it into tiles. That's why this is a feature that's included in this one. So what you can do, so at the moment it's set to 1. So if you break it down, it will tell you that you can now render at 8K. But to increase the to of course to increase the tile count, we want to also make sure that we render each tile at the low resolution for the faster performance. So in this case, I'll go for a tile. So as you can see, each tile will be rendered at 4K resolution. And of course, you can do it for better results, for quicker results. Especially, you can also over up the ratio. You can always change the ratio, but at this moment 0 is the best, so it's like a default setting there. And also bear in mind, because what's happening with the entire Unreal, especially projects, are set to auto exposure, and unfortunately with auto it doesn't work. Because if you, let's say, click on and start rendering, it will give you like a pitch black image, and the reason why is because the project is set to auto exposure, so it automatically creates the exposure for you. But in that instance, you don't create the exposure, so you have to set to manual, and 8 is like a perfectly fine. It tells you some other aspects just to improve the quality, but I found that whatever you've just done now, it should be okay. And all the changes you want to do is make sure you put all this in post processing, and also you can also add some stuff on anti-aliasing just to improve a bit of sharpness of the picture. And you can add some features here, but mainly if you do something post processing, that's what improves the rendering feature quality. So when you're happy with that, accept that, and always remember that it's gonna go to your project folder, so don't worry about this, it's gonna be saved there. So it's set always as default. So I always use the render local, and to be fair, I don't know really much about render remote, how that works, but I always use render local, and that works perfectly fine. Just click on this. It might take a minute or two depending on people's computer. So when this is ready, it's gonna give you the render preview. Okay, let's see. Let's look like what it looks like in our picture in the moment. So at the moment we have this one. Now, so I think bear in mind this is not 8K, it's a 16K resolution. So now you can see the proper quality. So you see how sharp that is. So you can see every single detail. So it's very handy, especially when you're in the visualization sector and you want to do like a showcase still images to a client. And this is super handy for those people who wants to improve their capabilities. And also remember that you can do it different graphic cards as well. Even if you have like lower end graphic cards, it is also, remember, keep in mind to set this resolution and the lowest, in the highest, but in the more tiles, so that you'll be able to render all these images perfectly fine. So yeah, thank you for listening. Hopefully this little tutorial you guys found it very useful. And definitely I'll be introducing more tutorials like this and on different stuff as well, and there'll be some of them short, some of them long, but because most of you requested me to do some tutorials, so I decided just to go with the flow and see what I can actually help you with. And so yeah, and because my sector specializes in AEC sectors, and I'm happy to help anyone. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment underneath below the video or send an email, and I'm looking for some more. And take care guys, and see you guys later soon. Bye.